Good morning, Barons.
On today's episode, we'll see what Sam is up to.
Travel with Mitchell.
And hear from Dr. Jones. I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer. And you're watching BCC TV. Okay, Abby, what's going on in the news this week?
2 weeks ago, a Florida white supremacist militia claimed that the Douglas High School shooter, Nicholas Cruz, was a member of their organization and even participated in their training programs. After further police investigation, these claims were proven to be false. This also means that because of our news report last week, we're now a fake news outlet.
A Paint Branch High School student was grazed by a bullet in a shooting at a local convenience store near the school. He had suffered a grazed wound to his cheek and ear and was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Snapchat stock closed down 6% on Thursday after Kylie Jenner said she was no longer using the app. The company has also received an abundant amount of complaints from its users about the unique new format. There's even a petition on change.org to get the company to revert back to the old format.
Thousands of West Virginia school teachers went on strike last week in hopes of pushing legislators to increase salaries for educators in the state. West Virginia now ranks 48th out of the 50 states in the District of Columbia in teacher pay, and it was just one of the 5 states to see average teacher pay go back down in 2016.
In BCC news, the used book sale runs from March 10th through the 11th. There are also opportunities to gain SSL hours from the 2nd through the 9th. If interested, look for the book sale posters in the halls for more information.
Our physics team just won the 2018 Maryland Physics Olympic State Championship. Amazing work, guys.
Next Thursday will be the BCC Educational Foundation's 12th annual fundraiser. It'll run from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Women's Club of Chevy Chase. Have your parents RSVP for the event at bccedfoundation.org.
Today is a half day, so once again, congrats for showing up. T-minus 3 weeks until spring break.
But is it really a spring break?
It might be short, but there's always time to travel.
Travel! What previous generations did for discovery and enjoyment, and what our generation does for Instagram. Traveling is something not a lot of us have time for. Approximately only 36% of Americans own a valid passport. But maybe that's because there's so much to see within America, like Face Mountain, big letters on hill, Green Lady, a decently sized hole in the ground, or even a bridge that is also red, but it's also gold? Or for the more adventurous, there are attractions such as the world's largest brick in Alabama. Wow, I always wanted to see a really large rectangle of cement. Thanks, TripAdvisor. Or maybe we don't travel because of how infuriating the process is. You take an overpriced cab and then they make you take your shoes off and then you're standing there waiting barefoot in line and suddenly someone yells, "Please, my flight takes off in 10 minutes!" And then somebody else yells, "Please, my flight takes off in 5. And then you're all like, well, here we go. And then you look at your watch and you realize your flight takes off in 3 minutes and you haven't even gotten your Cinnabon yet and you're still having to carry your emotional and physical baggage to the check-in, and you go through all of this and what do you see as you're boarding the plane? A 6-year-old sitting in first class. Why? Who's raising you? You're not even gonna remember any of this. You don't need to go to Cabo, sweetie. With all this talk of voyaging, I wanted to get BCC's thoughts on travel.
Sydney, Australia.
Anywhere but here. Thailand or somewhere in Asia.
Sierra Leone. Why? Because it's pretty. Really? Cancel. You cancel.
What is this?
Cancel.
New Zealand. California, because, you know, it's lit down there, like, for real.
The beach?
A country. Like, anything.
Where are we now?
Oh!
India or something. I've always heard it's really beautiful there with, like, mountains. You're already there!
To pack light, so the bags aren't heavy. You feel?
Or like bring a blindfold if you don't want to look at the person next to you or even talk to them. I would definitely bring a lot of money. Yeah, if you have it, you're gonna bring it.
Always sleep so that it's over very quickly. Travel tips, don't eat food that looks like it could kill you.
And now look at fine American cuisine, accompanied by the sweet sounds of Fergie. Burgers, funnel cake, fried chicken and mac and cheese, deep fried Oreos, and deep fried butter. We are so lucky to live in a country in which our food does not kill us.
Don't be that person who's eating on the airplane and you have no food.
Also pretend to be injured and then they'll give you more seating space.
What injuries have you faked?
Just like whiplash.
Can you show me what that looks like to fake whiplash?
You're kind of just like, ow.
And the Oscar goes to...
Ow. Ow.
Wherever you guys may travel in the future, whether it's to college, the 4th floor, or the treacherous journey across the East-West Highway to Sprout, I wish you well. Back to you, Jay and Abby.
Wow, spring break, take me back.
It's been quite some time since our last visit with the doctor.
Good thing the doctor's in.
Good morning, parents. First, I want to start off by saying how proud I am of you for this amazing academic achievement during quarter 2. So for quarter 2, we had 258 students who earned straight A's, 125 freshmen, 58 sophomores, 39 juniors, and 36 seniors. I know that with all that you do with your sports, your extracurricular activities, and even your activities outside of school, that really is a tremendous accomplishment. And I also want to give a shout out to any students who improved their GPAs from first quarter to second quarter. Every individual needs to feel good about him or herself when you know you are putting in your best effort and doing your personal best. So congratulations to all of our academic achievers. Next, we have Monday and Tuesday of next week a visit from the middle years program evaluators. They'll be coming in to really help the teachers and staff here provide the best middle years program we can in 9th and 10th grade. So they could be asking you students about the approaches to learning skills. They could be asking you about how the MYP rubrics are used. They could be asking you about the IB learner profile and how you're using that in your 9th and 10th grade classes. So when you see these visitors, I just wanted you all to know who they were and how they're helping us provide you with the best academic program. Next, I have to say a word about safety and security. Just a reminder that we've got to always take our drills very, very seriously. We will be practicing again our lockdown drill. And as a reminder, anytime we are in a drill, you come into the classroom, the teacher knows to lock the door and draw the blinds closed. And it's so important to be absolutely silent and to ignore all alarms when we're practicing the drill. The drills must be taken seriously. Cell phones really have to be silenced so that that doesn't give away where students are. And we just have to be very serious about our safety and security. 2 other things can help. One, that if you see something, say something. If something seems out of place, you have to speak up about it. Make sure you let an adult know. The other thing, students, is if you leave, let's say you have a doctor's appointment or dentist appointment and you're leaving during the middle of the day, make sure you come out the main front doors and don't leave out the sides where people can sort of slip in as you're leaving and come into our school. All of our exterior doors are locked. We want visitors to come through the main entrance. Make sure you also check in with or check out with this attendance secretary and leave through our main entrance to avoid having strangers come into the school. And finally, I just have to express my pride in you. I've been meeting with students who have ideas about how students can step up and give their voice to this movement where students are really joining staff and adults and saying, we want our schools to be safe. I'm really excited about some of the things that our students, your peers, are planning for you. You'll be hearing a lot about that in the upcoming days. So I just wanted to express my pride in you, Barons, for all that you've accomplished. Have a great day.
Good luck, Dr. Jones.
Listen, I've been feeling mad nostalgic recently.
Why?
I've been thinking about our BCC TV king, Sam Hartman, a young lad who brought back so much Baron pride and excitement to our school last year.
Queen, do I have a treat for you?
Baron on the Streets. This is the show where we talk to some students and we ask them questions. And this is really what it's like to be a Penn student. This is the first of many bathrooms we'll be seeing here today. This is the men's bathroom here at the engineering building. We have, it's a lot like the other men's bathrooms, but then sometimes ghosts have to go pee. This is the love statue. That's another important part of Penn. For some reason, tourists like to take pictures of it. I don't know, I don't get the hype. Welcome to the library. This is where you go if you want to be sad. Can you real quick? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I know, we can be on the phone. Oh, okay. That's my shoe. You want to be, yeah, have you ever been in the library?
I have, I'm heading there right now.
Really, what are you doing there?
I'm going to study for my ortho exam.
Get that out of my face.
You have to get closer to this.
We just study. Study. So that's a little too close. That affect population.
Thank you. Fun fact, if you step on this, then you die immediately.
Where are we going?
I don't know, I just sort of kept walking. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Yeah. Okay, do I give this to someone? I actually have to go.
You guys can all just walk in the streets here. It's totally legal. Philly drivers are really nice here.
Pretty much just hit people every play and block. So
that sounds easy. Another Wharton building. I don't know anything about it.
I kicked the football.
No, that sounds easy.
You're funny. You're just a little bit unoriginal.
What do you do?
I do the same thing.
Whoa!
I'm all good, thanks.
And that was the football team. I have a ream of paper beside my bed so I can recycle every morning. Who's gonna tell on you, you know? A nerd?
Hi, okay, microphone. I work with recombinant proteins and doing protein design.
Exactly what I thought. This is an engine. This is a car. This is an engine. This is an... And this has been Baron on the Streets. Back to you, Matt and Grace.
What's new with Barron Athletics this week, Maya?
What's up, Barons? This week has been crazy as our basketball teams entered their playoff runs. After one of the most successful seasons for the BCC girls and boys basketball teams in recent memory, the playoffs have finally arrived. With no surprise, our Barons are out there dominating the court. Our girls started off their playoffs against Whitman in the section semifinals. They totally crushed them, finishing the game 49-25. This win advanced them to the section finals against WJ. As expected, they beat WJ and now are striving to win the regional championship title against RM. Make sure you're out there supporting your favorite basketball players. The boys entered their playoffs as the #1 seed in their section as well. BCC finished the regular season with a 19-3 overall record and a 4A South Division title, going 8-0 in the division. They started off their playoffs on Tuesday against Churchill in the section semifinals. They wiped out Churchill in an exciting silent night game, finishing 77-61. This advanced them onto the section finals against our rivals, Whitman. Now let me just say, this was the most nail-biting Whitman game that I've ever been to. Everyone was on the edge of their seats and there was a nervous energy in the crowd the entire time. Luckily, in the final minutes of the game, our Barons got a 6-point lead and ended the game with a score of 65-60. This tremendous win not only granted them the section finalist title, but also advanced them onto the regional championships against Gaithersburg High School. The game is this Saturday at 1 o'clock at Richmond Montgomery High School. Be there to support these awesome Barons. With a weaker region than in the past, the Barons have a really good chance to return to Xfinity. BCC basketball has achieved levels of success this year the school frankly hasn't ever seen. This is going to be an exciting playoff run, Barons. Make sure to be out there supporting these amazing athletes. Well, that's all I have for Barons Sports this week. Back to you, Jay and Abby.
Thanks for that, Maya. Well, that's all for this week, Barons. Check back in next Friday for more news, updates, and humor.
Keep those standards high, BCC.
And keep the interim reports low.
I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer, and we're signing off.